treated material. All right, back again to section 507, carrying on with wood materials. But now we're up into this portion of the section. And here it tells us that cuts, notches, and drilled holes of treated wood must be treated again. And of course, we're referenced back now to chapter 3 again and back to 317. And in this section, it says the same thing about the field cuts, notches, drilled holes that have to be treated again in the field. Except here we get a reference now to the AWPA M4 standard. Now, that reference has been in the IRC since the 2006 edition, but applying a treatment to every cut in treated material while building a deck is not something that seems to have ever caught on in the industry. Now, that could be because the standard costs $25, and there's no option to view this for free. And for $25, you get a whopping 3 pages of information. And for decks, all you really need is this block of text. So, okay, what does this block of text tell us? Well, it tells us to read the instructions of the product we're using. But it does go on to say that we need to clean up after ourselves. Okay, all right, got it. And then finally here it tells us to pump coal tar roofing cement into the holes drilled for the ledger bolts and I guess any other holes, and use a grease gun to do that. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's see all the details it tells us about what kind of products that we need to use for these cuts and notches. There's actually this other sentence over here that's important. And here it tells us that many of the preservatives aren't packaged for use by the general public. Well, that's fitting, because this standard isn't either. Anyway, finally it says, hey, just use copper naphthenate and read the label on the package. So that's what I got for $25, and you're welcome. Now, I love this photo because I stole it from some random marketing image from years ago, but I thought it was neat because it unintentionally shows a great example of a factory end that's nice and green and treated, and you see the exposed inside of the cut end that is definitely not treated. Because if it was treated in the field, it would be an awful mess. I've used this stuff before, and it is not fun. This might be the other reason that even though this is in a standard, it is definitely not something standard. Now, I've come across a bit snarky about the M4 standard I bought. So to be fair, AWPA does have a link with information about their IRC reference standards. It's just no free viewing of them.